Transformer protection simulation setup is very versatile and useful learning tool for transformer interturn fault. It provides a complete setup for experiments on a single phase transformer and its operation. In this setup, we can perform experiments like study of differential protection, study of interturn fault in transformer, study of overload protection. In this system, the most important part is TOT transformer. This is a single phase transformer with a several tapping from 0 to 50% on a secondary side. This provides to carry out intermittent fault. In this system, we have used two protection relay, differential relay and overcurrent relay. Relays are used to provide or to protect the transformer from intermittent fault and overcurrent respectively. This is the short description about the transformer protection test setup. Let's go for the working of a transformer protection test setup. But first, I would like to welcome you all in my YouTube channel. I am Nitin Shah. This is my fourth and final video related to transformer protection. If you have not watched previous video, see the links in description. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe. Let's start with the working of transformer protection test setup. Then connect external load to RL1 and RL2 terminal of a transformer protection test setup. These are the RL1 and RL2 terminals of load rails. Make sure that the variable terminal of a rheostat is at maximum position. This is the maximum position and this is the minimum position. Make sure the knob position of the source unit is extreme anti-clockwise direction. Means your source voltage is at 0, near to 0. Switch on the power supply of a source unit. Make sure the current and voltage display showing is 0. This is the voltage and this is the current. Switch on the power of a TPTS. Okay. So this is the power of a TPTS. By using MCB, we can switch on the TPTS unit. Overcurrent relay is set to be at 3 ampere. Okay. Do not set overcurrent relay more than 4 amperes. Now set the voltage at 100 volt by moving the source knob input clockwise. Now you can see the current is 0. Press the start button to observe the current at source as well as secondary current of a TPTS. This is the source current and the secondary current of a TPTS. Now start moving rheostat RL and increase the current till 3 ampere. Now you can see the load current is increasing. So we need to increase at 3 ampere. And we have set this overcurrent relay at 3 ampere. Once it extends 3 ampere, overcurrent relay trips and load will be isolated. So here you can see the load current is now 0. Now again move the rheostat at opposite direction slightly. and press the start reset button of a overcurrent relay for more than 3 seconds and press the stop reset switch. Now we are going to create interturn fault in secondary of a DUT transformer. To do this, switch off the power of a TPDS unit using MCB. Connect FS1 to 30% tapping. This is FS1 or of a fault simulation block to 30% tapping of a DUT transformer, and FS2 to 0% tapping of a DUT transformer. Connect RFS1 and RFS2 to external RFS unit. This is RFS1 fault simulation resistor. Make sure that the knob of a RFS unit is extreme anti-clockwise. Okay, so this need to be at extreme anti-clockwise direction. So now switch on the power of a TPDS unit. Press the start button and observe this fault simulation current. Here you can see is 0.835 ampere. Now vary the knob of RFS unit clockwise till the fault simulation current exceed 3 ampere, which is the setting done for the load current. You can observe the fault simulation current, which we need to exceed more than 3 ampere, and we have set the overcurrent relay is at 3 ampere. So we have to observe these two values. So you can observe here, even though the fault current exceeds the 3 ampere current set limit for the overcurrent relay does not trip. Now further extend in such a way that the differential current exceed 1.5 ampere, because we have said the differential relay is at 0.3, which is 30% of a differential current. At this stage, differential relay peak up and DUT will be isolated from the source unit. So we have to exceed the differential current in 1.5 ampere. So here you can see the differential relay is stripped and our source unit is isolated from the main source. Okay, so here you can see the zero current at secondary side. That is all about this video. If you want to learn about switchgear and protection system, pay attention to. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and comment below. Click on the bell icon for further updates. Thanks for watching. Thank you.